Part 6. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 51. And just when Suchen returned to Longjian village, an advance team sent by the Angry Angel in advance finally passed through the Blue Waves forest and arrived at Jingtao City. Master, we have arrived at Jingtao City and are now rushing to the real estate officer. The Angry Angel was killed by Suchen, and not long after he was resurrected from the vanguard camp, he finally heard some good news and urged. Don't waste time, hurry up and grab the land. Jingtao City is a free trade city, and the land here is the most valuable. Master, there are already other players in the city. Then use the running one. Waste. Master, we have arrived at the real estate officer's side. Stop talking nonsense and grab the land quickly. Grab the prime location. Don't look at the price, just spend your money on it. Young master. I'll destroy you. Grab it now. Young master. If you say more words, believe it or not, I will kill you. The subordinate said with a cry. Master, it's not that I don't want to grab it, but there is no land in the city, it's all gone. All the garbage land beside the city wall has been robbed. Moreover, the public notice in the city hall shows that the person who has purchased the most land is Junlin. Moreover, he seemed to have bought all the prime land, and he bought it 2 hours ago. The Angry Angel's eyes widened. Eyes full of disbelief. Impossible. 20 minutes ago, he and I were at war in Baitao Forest. How does he have time to go to Jingtao City to buy land? Are your eyes deceived? No. Master, I'll take a screenshot. No, I'll show it live to you. I saw the video from my subordinates. The Angry Angel fell to the ground. Damn it, how did he do it? Check. Check it for me. Give me a call to the technical department and ask them to check the smart brain system. How on earth did this guy do it? Yes, master. As more and more players travel through the Baitao forest, they arrive at the main city. In the Jiangnan service area channel, there are more and more topics about land. It's so fierce. I just arrived in Jingtao City, and all the land in the city was gone. Didn't you see at the public notice in the city hall that all the prime land was bought by the King's Landing boss alone? The veteran crocodile is a half-awake fox, but this time he can only drink soup behind the boss of King's Landing. So perverted. Didn't he say that the big boss of Junlin is still fighting in Baitao Forest? Why did you suddenly buy the prime land in Jingtao City? I do not know. The boss of Junlin was indeed fighting with people in Baitao Forest. There is a video to prove it. He said that he killed hundreds of people in order to monopolize the remnants of the previous dynasty. Damn it, does the boss know how to clone himself? Immediately afterwards, news broke out in other free trade cities that a big boss named Junlin was crazy about buying up the entire city's prime land. Because Suchen kept triggering server-wide announcements in the past 2 days. The word King's Landing is almost a household name. Soon these extraordinary information were sorted out by good people. A video was made and posted in the game's built-in forum. The emotions of more than 3 billion players across the server were because of this. The video went viral. The title of the video was "I accidentally discovered the secret of King's Landing boss." Click in and take a look. It was this player who was accustomed to doing data analysis who immediately collected land sales information on hundreds of major cities from all over the world. Then when analyzing the data, I suddenly discovered King's Landing has the largest number and scale of land under its name. The key is that other players buy land in their own main cities. Because there are no teleport points in other main cities, if you want to go to other main cities to buy, you have to take a few hours of travel. It can only be reached by Goblin airship. But King's Landing purchased the land of 36 main cities all over the Divine Continent in almost an hour. And all of them are gold land. It is also the gold land of the Free Trade City. In this regard, the video producer. At the end of the video, the following question is asked. The same player, why can Junlin visit 36 main cities in 1 hour? Excluding the time spent purchasing land, the only explanation for being able to visit 36 major cities in such a short time is teleportation. But why could he open so many teleportation points in the main city at once? Doesn't it mean that only the main cities that players have visited will open teleport points? In addition, purchasing all the golden land in the 36 free trade cities requires extremely large funds. I roughly estimate that it will cost at least 15 million gold coins. According to the current exchange rate of gold coins and cash, these 15 million gold coins are equivalent to 150 billion RMB. I want to know, except for a few extremely wealthy people in the world, which player in the world can spend 150 billion to purchase virtual assets in an online game? Is it really too much money to burn your hands? Or is there another shady story? For example, was this huge amount of gold coins given to him by the game? For example, are so many teleport points in the main city automatically opened by the game? For example, before King's Landing got so many magical costumes, was it because the game created a new niche for him? What is the relationship between King's Landing and God's Domain? Can God's Domain give an official explanation? Under the video, there are millions of comments, all of which are one-sided and say shady, give up playing, I don't cheat in Junlin. Only a few occasional comments, such as players with the ID number cute little white rabbit, would defend King's Landing. Then he was immediately inundated with a torrent of negative comments. The massive clicks and comments also triggered a massive number of reports. The official website of God's Domain online game urgently applied to the intelligent brain system to query all data about King's Landing. But it was directly rejected by the intelligent brain system. The reason is no problem. And now, even the operator of online games cannot use absolute authority to suspend the operation of the intelligent brain system. It's as if the brain system of the entire God's Domain online game has been out of control. Damn, you bunch of shit technicians. Make fun of Nima's intelligent brain system. Totally stupid. After the angry angel heard the reply from the technical department, he yelled at them. When he saw the video above, the angry angel realized that he had picked up a gun to deal with Suchen. As long as he collected information about Suchen's cheating, if the evidence is used casually, Suchen will definitely die without a burial place. Unexpectedly, he hit a wall with his company's intelligent brain system. The real name of the raging angel is Wang Peng. Director Wang, it's really not our problem, it's so evil. The entire intelligent brain system is completely out of our control, even if the power is turned off, it will be useless. Mr. Wang, have you ever encountered a computer program that can still run on its own despite a power outage? Have fun reading every day during the Dragon Boat Festival, top up 100 and get 500 VIP coupons for free. Grab the top up now. Activity time, June 3rd to June 5th. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 52. This rhetorical question stunned the angry angel. Have you set up a backup power supply for it? No, when we discovered the problem, even the backup power supply of the entire company building was cut off, but it was still running autonomously, and the game process was not affected at all. Hearing the answer from the Minister of Technology, Angry Angel felt a chill all over his body for no reason. Have you discussed this issue with other directors? As I said, the chairman asked me to inform you that the board of directors will be convened urgently. I'll come right away. Also, this matter must not be published online. Yes, I know. The game forums and world channels are already in an uproar. Countless people cursed Junlin for being a jerk. Suchen himself didn't pay attention to these things at all. If Yun Feiyan hadn't called to inquire, he wouldn't have known that such a big incident had occurred because of his purchase of land. So, billions of people are condemning you, but you don't know it at all? Yun. Fei Yiyan said angrily and funny. Fortunately, she was worried about Suchen. Unexpectedly, the person involved didn't care at all. When Suchen heard Yun Fei Yiyan's words, he went to the forum and took a look. There was something profound about it. He said to her, concentrate on playing the game and ignore the mess. The stronger you are in the game, the better your future will be. God's domain online games are beyond our control. Yun Fei Yiyan frowned slightly. She felt that there was something in Suchen's words and asked. Brother Junlin, do you know something? Isn't the God's domain online game an ordinary online game? Suchen smiled, did not answer the question, and turned off the video call. According to the rules of the previous 9 lives, the intelligent brain system of the God's domain online game should have begun to lose control gradually. This is the tide of dark energy in the universe, which is about to a sign of the influx into the Milky Way. When the tide of dark energy submerges the entire Milky Way in a month, the end of the online game will officially arrive. Seeing that the other party turned off the video call before he finished speaking, the cute little pet on the side white rabbit joked, Tisk, Tisk, turn off my eldest sister's phone again. My eldest sister is as beautiful as a fairy, so many people line up to chase her. Doesn't Brother Junlin feel anything at all? It shouldn't be. Yun Fei Yiyan knocked the girl angrily. The cute little white rabbit hugged his head and said, Sister, I didn't expect Brother Junlin to be so rich. All the prime land in the 36 free trade cities was bought by Brother Junlin. Should we hug him? Hug you, big-headed devil. Hurry and recruit guild members. If we didn't recruit enough 3,000 people today, I'll go back and spank you. Ah! Sister, you are seeking personal revenge. The cute little white rabbit rolled its eyes and secretly sent a friend message to Suchen. Brother Junlin, the eldest sister is so cruel. You are so rich, can I secretly sell the eldest sister to you? When Suchen returned to Longjian village, the elders and villagers have left. Only 10 dragon knights recruited by Suchen were left standing by loyally. General, this is the recruiting horn that the clan leader asked me to give to you. No matter where you are, as long as you blow this horn, the dragon knight will always follow you. Suchen took the horn and nodded. Then he took out the artifact he just obtained and looked at it. Artifact that lost its power, Emperor's Boots. Description: one of the divine armors of the Emperor of the Great Yan Empire thousands of years ago. Driven by the blood of the 6 realms of gods and demons, it has lost its powerful power over the past millennium. Each activation of a piece of divine armor can increase the Dragon King's bloodline qualification once. By gathering together the 6 divine armors, you can gather the true form of the Dragon King and be proud of the gods and demons. Can activating the divine armor improve the Dragon King's bloodline qualifications? Suchen was shocked. It turns out that the current 10-star qualification of my Dragon King bloodline is not the pinnacle of this bloodline. It can continue to improve. Think about it, Black Dragon G Mengli's qualifications are as high as 15 stars. As a supreme bloodline, the qualifications of the Dragon Emperor's bloodline should not be lower than those of the Black Dragon. If you collect all 6 divine armors, will you be able to outshine the gods and demons? He quickly thought that the Emperor of the Great Yan Empire wore these 6 pieces of divine armor back then. Could it be that, what was written on the jade tablet was true? The Emperor of the Great Yan Empire, 1,000 years ago, really laughed proudly at the gods and demons, and was able to dominate the 6 realms. Invincible. Then how was he defeated in the end? Suchen couldn't figure it out. It seems that this secret can only be slowly revealed by continuing to search for other divine armors left by the Emperor of the Great Yan Empire on the Divine Continent. Suchen began try to fuse the divine armor Emperor picture boots. To fuse the artifact, of course you need to use super god level fusion. Ding! Fusion failed. To his surprise, this super god level fusion failed. Fusion requires blood of gods and demons *10,000, or 10 super god level fusions. I'll go. Suchan's eyes widened when he heard the system prompt. Even super god level fusion would take a full 10 times to successfully repair this divine armor. So, what is the true power of this divine armor? How tyrannical! Suchan couldn't imagine it. But he knew that he had found a treasure. 10 super god level fusions were not many times. He only had to wait 3 more days to get enough. 3 super god level fusions every day level fusion opportunities can be accumulated. Suchan put away this precious artifact. He took 10 dragon knights and returned to the dwarf Prince Balin. Then he searched for mineral deposits and fought monsters. Suchan planned to let these 10 the dragon knights have reached level 10. When they arrive in Jingtang City, they can be sent to the War Academy to study. You only need to pay a certain amount of gold coins to obtain units with higher attributes and levels. In the future, you will have your own in the city, you can build barracks. At that time, the barracks can also improve the level and attributes of your own units. And it is better than war science. More convenient and faster. Ding! You discovered an advanced mineral deposit and gained Bronzebeard tribe reputation *10,000. Ding! Your reputation in the Bronzebeard tribe has exceeded 100,000, and your reputation level has been changed to admiration. Suchan's reputation in the Bronzebeard tribe finally exceeded 100,000. Prince Bahrain said happily, "Dear Master Junlin, you have gained the respect of our entire Bronzebeard tribe. Little King Balin hereby promises Master King's Landing that you have the privilege to recruit craftsmen at will in our Bronzebeard tribe. We dwarf craftsmen, whose skills are unrivaled in the Divine Continent, will definitely not disappoint Master Junlin. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 53. Suchan smiled and nodded. He still trusted the craftsmanship of the dwarf craftsmen very much. However, the more advanced dwarf craftsmen are, the more reputation it costs to recruit them. The current reputation is not enough for him to recruit an entire team of dwarf craftsmen. Now I took Bahrain and the others and continued to walk through the vast blue waves forest. Ding! You discovered an epic mine and gained the reputation of the Bronzebeard tribe *100,000. Ding! You have completed the task of finding epic mineral deposits and have received a chance for the Bronzebeard tribe to build epic equipment for free. Oh my god! You've discovered an epic mine. Prince Bahrain danced happily. He took out the wine bottle from his waist and was about to drink with Suchan. The latter smiled and said, "I remember there seems to be a legendary mine here, but it is a bit difficult to find and it will take some time." Suchan planned to tell the story about the legendary mineral deposits in Longjian village. Anyway, the dragon bones inside have been taken away by him. If Suchan mines the remaining minerals by himself, it will take a lot of time and energy to set up miners, purchase equipment, and organize transportation. It is better to use the power of the dwarf Bronzebeard tribe to cooperate and mine together. In this way, he only needs to wait for the minerals to be collected and accumulate them for future city construction. However, the profit sharing of this cooperation needs to be carefully discussed. What? Legendary mineral deposit? Hearing Suchan's words, Prince Bahrain dropped the wine in his hand and looked at Suchan in shock. The latter shook his head deliberately and said, "But considering that we have discovered too many mineral deposits here, your Bronzebeard tribe must, if you can't mine it, forget it." "No, no, no. We will definitely be able to mine, as long as we raise enough funds and build enough dwarf minecarts and dwarf tunnelers," the dwarf Prince Balin said quickly, but his confidence in speaking later became weaker and weaker. Obviously, the Bronzebeard tribe also encountered financial difficulties in trying to mine such a huge amount of minerals so far away from the dwarves. Suchen asked friend, are you encountering financial difficulties? The dwarf Prince Balin blushed rarely and said there is a little, but I will go back and report to my father, and we will definitely solve it. Suchen said what kind of relationship is this? My friend is short of money, can I just ignore it? Is 1 million gold coins enough? Balin opened his mouth wide. He didn't expect that Master Junlin was so rich. He nodded quickly and said enough, enough. Enough. My brother, don't pick at so soon. Come on, add another 2 million and give you 3 million gold coins. The most important thing Suchen lacks now is gold coins. There are nearly 100 million gold coins lying in the backpack, and there is always a sound. Bahrain got a huge sum of 3 million gold coins at once, and his hands were shaking. Their Bronzebeard tribe, the annual income is not even 3 million. Master Junlin, you are my most sincere brother in Bahrain. At that moment, Balin bit his finger, took out a piece of contract paper, pressed his fingerprints, and handed it to Suchen and said, but I, Bahrain, have never had the habit of taking advantage of my brothers. These 3 million gold coins, together with your contribution to discovering the mineral deposits, will all be converted into shares. Mineral deposit income, U7, I3. The Bronzebeard tribe is responsible for all mining, production, and transportation. Brother, you only need to receive the minerals. Suchen put away the contract and laughed. It's whatever you say, whoever among us will follow the other. Come on, let's continue prospecting. That legendary mine seems to be over there. Ding. You announce the location of the legendary mineral deposit and gain the reputation of the Bronzebeard tribe *1 million. Ding. Your reputation in the Bronzebeard tribe has been changed to, worship. Brothers Bahrain, don't get too excited yet, hold on tight. I remember there was a place where there seemed to be an epic mine. Suchen took the dwarf and wandered around the Blue Waves forest. The reputation value has also soared. At Junlin Money Bank, there was no large-scale cash run until the game was offline. And because some people exchanged it for principal at 1% interest. Immediately more people came to Suchen's Junlin Money Bank to deposit money. Although these people trolled Suchen very hard on the forum. But the body is still very honest. Some people even hope that Suchen will open more money shops in the main city. After the game is offline. Suchen stood up from Ex Machina's warm embrace. While enjoying Ex Machina's service, she ate breakfast. With a thought in his heart, he held the spoon in his hand. Very easily, the ladle was crushed into a ball. Suchen raised his eyebrows. The strength begins to increase. The real change is about to begin. He walked out of the room and came to the balcony. He looked at the passers-by walking outside the community as usual, as well as the pet cats and dogs wandering in the grass, and observed carefully. The passers-by were okay, there was nothing abnormal. But a little teddy actually jumped 3 meters high. He jumped up to the tree, slapped it with one claw, and actually tore off a whole piece of bark. Something was obviously wrong. Animals are always more susceptible to the erosion of dark energy tides than humans. In the online game God's Domain in the game, the stronger the player will be now. Just like Suchen now. He feels that his strength, speed, and reaction ability are several times stronger than when he was just reborn. Other players' current attributes are far better, not as good as Suchen. Naturally, he didn't feel it as clearly as he did. But within a few days, everyone would react. Suchen clicked on the news. All kinds of breaking news about the God's Domain online game came overwhelmingly. Players' landing is suspected of cheating. Some experts predict that the large amount of gold coins will cause the game currency exchange rate to drop significantly. However, as of now, the exchange rate is still 1 gold coin to 10,000 RMB. The National Bank has not responded to this. The online game God's Domain officially announced an investigation into the cheating incident in King's Landing. However, 6 hours have passed and there has been no response yet. An unnamed internal employee of the online game God's Domain revealed a shocking inside story: the company's technical department was unable to control the game's brain system. It can even run autonomously when the power is turned off. According to rumors, the National Network Security Department has begun to fully intervene in the God's Domain online game company. 6 countries around the world suddenly announced the establishment of a God's Domain online game research group at noon today. The news that the national team has entered the game immediately pushed the stock market prices of the online game God's Domain, which had plummeted all the way to the top. Cheating. Suchen shook his head and laughed. In another day, when you find out that you can directly enter the online game of God's Domain without a gaming helmet, you will know if I have cheated. 8 p.m. Suchen just entered the game. 3 big red fonts floated past my eyes. Ding. Server-wide announcement. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 54. Ding. Server-wide announcement. The plot of the main city is in full swing, and the plot of Zukan Hegemony begins. 2 days later, Broken Dream Island is about to issue its first city building order. The teleportation points of Dream Broken Island in each main city are now open. The barrier between the light camp and the evil camp is about to open. The camp war is about to begin. For specific details about the city building order, city construction, and factions, please check the official database of the online game God's Domain. As soon as the announcement came out, this time even Suchen was stunned. I wipe it. This time, the city construction order actually started so early. Based on the previous 9 rebirths, this time the city building order was exploded at least 3 days in advance. City building order is of great importance. Whoever gets the city building order can sit on a huge city and control the world. You can also build your own army based on this and compete in the world. Especially after a month of apocalypse in online games, the people who control the city are basically equal to the princes of one party. The players in the city have almost become personal property, and they can take whatever they want. And the city founding order is even more important to Suchen. This is his first step to unify the divine continent, crush the abyss, and wipe out the 6 realms. I must get the first city building order. In the fight for the city founding order in the previous life, even the evil camp also joined in. Various top players with god-level talents, as well as high-end players with all kinds of adventures. On the battlefield with millions of people, they shine with brilliance. Super high critical hits, small forbidden spells, limited time boss summoning scrolls, giant meat grinding chariots. If Suchen didn't have an army of his own, it would be very difficult to obtain the city founding order in such a battlefield with his own strength. The construction of troops is about to speed up. We have the Dragon Knight, but we haven't found the Dragon Mount yet. Suchen touched the eggshell fragments in his backpack. After leaving Baitao Forest, he had to quickly go to the Falcon Plateau and get the Earth Dragon's lair. On the World Channel, at this time, because of the first city founding order, everything exploded. The cheating incident in King's Landing has not been resolved yet. Does the online game God's Domain still dare to release new plots normally? I heard that there is a big problem with the online game God's Domain. Even the National Network Ministry can't solve it. In the morning, the whole world was denouncing the online game God's Domain. In the evening, even the national team came to play this game. With such a big change, do you think the online game God's Domain dares to release a new plot? However, more people still focus on the city founding order. The city founding order, this thing is more profitable than the land in the main city, and it will definitely cause a bloody storm. Yanyu Guild issued an emergency recruitment order. There are no restrictions on level or equipment, just join if you are a brother. In 2 days, the Mist and Rain Guild will gather 100,000 members and march to Broken Dream Island to compete for the city building order. Rampant the world recruiting guild members with high salaries. If you are from the Jiangnan service area, just come, you will get a lot of guild benefits when you come. Our goal, to build the first giant city of our own in the server. AO Zhan Beifang has received investment from 3 major consortiums and has sufficient funds. We are now recruiting unlimited guild members, and you will receive a cash gift package when you come. There are many girls in the guild, welcome to flirt. Sakura Purgatory Guild, purchasing ironwood at a high price for all servers. Fine steel, welcome the mining studio to discuss cooperation matters in detail. Almost as soon as the announcement was over, countless advertisements for guilds' urgent recruitment expansion appeared on the World Channel. Anyone with a discerning eye can see the specialness of the God's Domain online game. I also saw the huge benefits represented by the city building order. The presence of the national team in the online game God's Domain basically means that this game is not only strong, but will also continue to be popular. In this case, who wouldn't want to get a share of the pie? Suchen also noticed that Sakura Purgatory, an evil camp guild in Country R, actually started to openly acquire ironwood. Fine steel. This is the key material for making a giant meat grinding chariot. Unexpectedly, they got the drawings of the giant meat mincing chariot in advance. It seems that those lucky people in the previous life should have almost got their own sharp weapons. It seems that in 2 days, a fierce battle is inevitable. Suchen analyzed the current situation and stopped paying attention to the situation outside. Continue to bring the dwarf Prince Balin to explore the last few valuable epic level and high level mineral deposits in Baitao Forest. By the time they walked out of Baitao Forest, Suchen's reputation in the Bronzebeard tribe had reached a terrifying 1.55 million points. My most trusted brother, you really helped me a lot during this trip to Bidyolan. Prince Bahrain led his 4 companions and paid the highest courtesy to Suchen. Then he took out a key from his arms and handed it to Suchen. This is the key to the temporary warehouse I rented in Jingtao City. There are 100 pieces of fine equipment in the warehouse, which I plan to use to collect funds this time. Now I will give them all to you, brother. 100 pieces of dwarf sophisticated equipment. Suchen took the key and his eyes lit up. There is no dwarf equipment lower than the bronze grade. What's more, the sophisticated equipment that the dwarves call is at least silver grade. Suchen said while he stuffed the keys into his backpack and said politely, why is this so embarrassing? Then, Balin secretly pulled Suchen aside, and then secretly took out a small space bag from his arms. Hidden here are 6 dwarf muskets that I stole from my father. You know, we have just developed things like muskets and they are very unstable. I have nothing to give you but this. But brother, you can just play with it, don't use it as a weapon, this thing can easily explode. I go. Dwarf musket. This is a long-range weapon that can be used by warriors. It will not officially appear in player equipment until later in the game. I didn't expect that I would get it now. Suchen quickly checked the properties of the dwarf gun he had received. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 55. Dwarf musket. Grade, bronze. Occupation restrictions, shield fighter, mad warrior, assassin, archer. Level requirement, level 10. Durability, 1. Attack, 30. Additional attributes, explosive power add 5. Description: the first generation developed by the dwarves of the Bronzebeard tribe. The dwarf musket has average power and extremely poor stability. It is said that when this musket came out, the first person who was lucky enough to experience its power was not an enemy, but the dwarf engineer who made the musket. I wipe it. Durability actually appeared. And it's only 1 point. General equipment in God's Domain online games does not have durability. Only things that are easily damaged will have durability. such as city walls, buildings, engineering equipment, etc. The dwarf musket with only 1 point of durability means that as long as take one shot and it will explode immediately for you to see. I wonder what would happen if these 6 muskets were fused. Suchen thought to himself. The dwarf Prince Balin took out a dozen scrolls from his arms and gave them to Suchen. These are some individual teleportation scrolls that my father prepared for me when I travel. I don't need them now. Brother, you definitely need them more than me. Ding. You get single teleportation scroll *15. Suchen raised his eyebrows. What a good thing. You can't even buy this thing. Only players who reach the middle and late stages of the game and reveal the blueprints to make their own can get it. It is definitely a magic weapon to save lives and sneak attacks. Bahrain is extremely reluctant to give it up. He took Suchen's hand and said solemnly, "My most trusted brother, if you have time in the future, you must come to our Bronzebeard tribe as a guest. Our hometown not only has fine wine, but also the great Gus Han divine anvil. There, I will personally create an epic belt for you." Oh no! The Lonely Mountain divine anvil. This is a legendary thing that can be used to create heaven-defying artifacts. It just so happens that I have legendary materials such as dragon bones in my hand. When the time comes to build it with the Lonely Mountain divine anvil, what equipment will come out? Don't worry, brother, I will definitely go. Suchen also held Balin's hand enthusiastically and squeezed out 2 tears from the corners of his eyes. Take care, brother. See you later. Ding. Congratulations on completing the hidden mission of the Prince of the Bronzebeard tribe and receiving the mission reward, experience value 30,000, gold coins 10, and reputation of the Bronzebeard tribe *500. Ding. You get extra mission rewards from Prince Balin of the Bronzebeard tribe, experience points 90,000, reputation of the Bronzebeard tribe 100,000. Ding. You've reached level 12. Gain 11 free attribute points. Get the Dragon King Bloodline Ancestral Dragon Blessing to increase the upper limit of health by an additional 200 points. Awesome. Another 100,000 reputation. Next. Suchen asked 10 Dragon Knights who had reached level 9 to form a group to spawn monsters. As long as they don't kill themselves, they could spawn as they pleased. He would ride the Black Dragon and return. Vanguard Battalion K Xiaoyi hands over mission. You did a great job, that old guy He Yanyan did not misjudge you. This is the reward you deserve. Go to Jingtao City, that is the real stage for your future. Ding. Congratulations on completing the mission of killing the Succubus King and receiving the mission reward, experience value *15,000, silver coins *30, Jingtao City Road Guide *1. Getting the road guide, Suchen immediately led the Dragon Knights who had reached level 10 and rushed towards Jingtao City. More and more players were met along the way. The highest level had reached level 15. When they arrived at the north gate of Jingtao City, there are more players gathered here. After all, tens of millions of players in the entire Jiangnan service area are rushing to Jingtao City. There is already a long queue at the city gate, hundreds of meters long. What are you doing? It's so troublesome to enter a city. Is there a road guidance system that just flashes the code and you have to show it to the city gate guard? SHH. Be careful if the guards hear you. Do you think they are looking for your guide? They just took the opportunity to get some copper coins from us. Black. Really black. A small city gate guard is abusing his power. You can only imagine what kind of person the Lord of Jingtao City is. Suchen frowned and looked at the long queue. He didn't have the patience to queue up here and walk directly to the front of the line. Hey, brother, why don't you line up? Let me give you a piece of advice. There is no point in cutting in line. The guard saw it and took the opportunity to fine you a lot of money. Suchen ignored the advice of the players around him. He directly slapped Lu Yin in front of the city gate guard. "I wipe it? This guy is awesome." Lu Yin almost slapped the guard on the face. "Hey, he's another idiot who wants to be in the limelight, just waiting for the guards to beat the crap out of him." The city gate guard glared, and was about to scold Suchen angrily. Suddenly, from the corner of his eye, he saw the word Junlin written on the road guide, and his attitude immediately changed 180 degrees. He nodded and bowed and said, "Ouch. It turns out to be Mr. Junlin. The lord of the city has already told you that when you see Mr. Junlin coming, please go to the city lord's mansion immediately. The lord of the city has important matters to discuss with you." As he said this, he drove the other players aside, and then personally led the way for Suchen. "Lord Junlin, please follow me, sir, please pay attention to your steps. There is a small pit here, are you thirsty? There's a tea stall over there." Seeing the flattering look of the city gate guard, the surrounding players immediately dropped their eyes. "I go. Was there any mistake? Where is your moral integrity, Lord Guard? No more. They are all players, why should he get privileged treatment? I really can't play this game anymore, the experience is so bad." Suchen walked directly through the city gate under the leadership of the guards. As for the privileged treatment, these players will not know what the real privileged treatment is until the end of the online game in a month. People without strength will end up extremely miserable. And those who have great strength, and even those who own a huge city, will live a life like a real emperor. All the way to the city lord's palace unimpeded. The guards of the city lord's palace want to stop the dragon knight behind Suchen. 10 dragon knights immediately, they lined up in formation and raised their wooden spears. A fierce murderous aura instantly burst out. No one can stop the dragon knight without the general's order. It shocked all the surrounding level 60 guards. What a murderous aura! The behavior is consistent and the morale is high, but the level and attributes are too low, which is a pity. Because Suchen was a guest of the city lord Shi Yi, these guards did not dare to do anything to these dragon riders. The guard leading the way whispered to Suchen, "Lord Junlin, the lord of the city only asked you to go in alone. Look at them." Suchen nodded and asked Lonki to wait outside. Swish. The 10 dragon knights immediately put away their wooden spears and lined up to the side with straight postures, not squinting. Good soldier. What a rare good soldier. I didn't expect Brother Junlin's military training skills to be so good, but Brother Shi is blind to me, haha. Hearing the commotion outside, the city lord Shi Yi came out in person and laughed at Suchen. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 56. Brother Shi laughed at this. They were all lumps of wood and did not understand the ways of the world. Suchen said politely. Shi Yi looked at the 10 dragon knights for a few times, with some deep meaning in his eyes. Then he let Suchen into the house. Brother Junlin, your soldiers should come from the descendants of the dragon riders of the ancient Great Yan Empire, right? There were only 2 of them in the hall, Shi Yi whispered to Suchen. The latter glanced at Shi Yi and didn't hide anything. He nodded and said, not bad. Shi Yi said with emotion, throughout the 10,000 years of history of the divine continent, the only ones that can be called the first-ranked military force are the dragon riders of the Great Yan Empire. The other Templar Knights, the Necromancer Knights, the Dwarf Sheep Cavalry, the mighty Knights of the Charioteer Principality, including our Orc tribe's Wolf Cavalry, are far inferior to the Dragoons. These Dragoons are extremely powerful, but also extremely proud. For thousands of years, countless people have wanted to take in these proud warriors, but no one has been able to succeed. The Junlin brothers can subdue these dragon rider descendants, they are indeed no mere mortals. Suchen smiled and asked, I wonder why brother she called me here. Shi Yi's expression gradually became serious, and he said in a deep voice. To be honest with our brothers in King's Landing, the Templar Knights of the Church of Light and the Necromancer Knights of the Dark Temple have appeared frequently on the island of Broken Dreams across the sea from our city of Stormwater. These forces from the six realms never take the creatures of our divine continent seriously. The defenders at the outpost camp of Broken Dream Island have been assassinated by them several times. We suspect that it is related to the ancient temple ruins that suddenly appeared on Broken Dream Island. I wonder if brothers from Junlin can go to Broken Dream Island to investigate and see what the purpose of these six realm forces are on Broken Dream Island. In addition, I heard that Prince Balin of the Bronzebeard tribe said that the Junlin brothers possess legendary prospecting skills. Broken Dream Island has been rumored to have ancient-grade building materials. If the Junlin brothers discover ancient-grade mineral deposits, we in Jingtai City are willing to purchase them at a high price. Hearing Shi Yi's words, Suchen's heart moved and asked. I'm not short of gold coins, but if Brother Lion is willing to trade a battleship with me, we can work together if ancient-level mineral deposits are discovered. Jingtao City is a coastal main city, and its most powerful manufacturing industry is the shipbuilding industry. Among them, the warships produced by Jingtao City are even famous in the Divine Continent. Before he could obtain Flying Dragon Cavalry, Suchen wanted to conquer other battleships or indispensable vehicles for countries and territories. Hearing Suchen's words, Shi Yi laughed heartily. Brother Junlin's eyes are indeed poisonous. Then it's settled. Exploring the ancient-level mineral deposits, we exchange them for warships. Ding. You have received the only mission issued by the City Lord of Stormwater City Shi Yi, to explore Broken Dream Island and find out the purpose of the Templar Knights and the Undead Knights. Mission reward, experience value *50,000, gold coins *100, Jingtao City reputation *5,000. Ding. You have received the only mission issued by the Lord of Jingtang City Shi Yi, to investigate the ancient mineral deposits on Shattered Dream Island. Mission reward, experience value 10,000, gold coin 100, reputation of Jingtao City *3,000. The mineral deposits were mined, and the city owner Shi Yi was willing to exchange them for warships. Ding. The Lord of Jingtao City Shi Yi has opened the Broken Dream Island teleportation point for you. Ding. You get City Lord's Secret Order *1. The City Lord's Secret Order? Seemingly seeing the doubt in Suchen's eyes, Shi Yi smiled and said this secret order is to facilitate the communication between the Junlin brothers and the defenders of Broken Dream Island. In times of crisis, seeing the City Lord's secret order is like seeing me myself. The defenders of the outpost camp on Broken Dream Island can be temporarily controlled by you. Then thank you Brother Lion. Suchen said with a smile. He immediately looked at the City Lord's secret order. City Lord's secret order. Occupational restrictions, none. Level restrictions, none. Functions, one can order the defenders of the outpost camp of Broken Dream Island. 2. If the player has other positions, the level of the position will be add 1. Description, the personal secret order of Shi Yi, the Lord of Jingtang City. Has the same prestige as himself. See the function introduction of the City Lord's secret order. Suchen almost couldn't help shouting. Damn it! Position level add 1. Then my Dragon General position level can be upgraded to level 2 in advance. In other words, I can recruit 100 Dragon Knights now. Suchen was overjoyed. But there was no abnormality on the surface. After saying goodbye to Shi Yi, Suchen led the Dragon Knight to the most prosperous area of Jingtao City. The surrounding 1 million square meters of golden land belongs to Suchen personally. There are many players wandering around. These players are all informants sent by various guilds or consortiums. Once they discover Suchen's true identity, they immediately establish a relationship and want to rent or directly buy the golden land in Suchen's hands. The national team is stationed. God's Domain Online Games, these guys with keen business acumen, naturally know the potential of the land in Suchen's hands. Suchen turned on the construction function. Ding. Level 1 guild building construction requires starting capital, 50,000 gold coins. Estimated construction time, 7 days. Every day the construction time is shortened will cost an additional 10,000 gold coins. What Suchen doesn't lack most is gold coins. Reduce overall construction time. Ding. Deduct gold coins, 120,000. Under construction level 1 guild building. Ding. Congratulations, your building level 1 guild building has been completed, and your God of War guild level has been upgraded to level 2. Guild skills increased to 2% experience point acceleration. Build tall buildings from low ground. A 3-story guild building covering an area of 10,000 square meters suddenly stood in the middle of the bustling area. Suchen continued to upgrade without even frowning. Ding. Deduct gold coins, 100,000. Upgrade your guild building to level 2. Ding. Deduct gold coins, 300,000. Upgrade your guild building to level 3. Ding. Deduct. Ding. Deduct gold coins, 1 million. Upgrade your guild building to level 5. Ding. Your God of War guild level has been raised to level 5. Guild skills increased to 5% experience point acceleration. Just 10 seconds. The 3-story guild building suddenly rose to 30 stories high. 100 meters high, it suddenly surpassed all the surrounding commercial buildings and shop buildings. It is higher than the city lord's mansion in the distance, and shorter than the city wall. Such a tall building suddenly appeared in the most prosperous area of Jingtao City, immediately attracting the attention of many players. Some consortium informants immediately noticed Suchen. Just as he was about to talk, the latter took the Dragon Knight directly into the guild building. Keep everyone out. The God of War guild building, is this, the guild building of the King's Landing boss. I go. It turns out that Kuangzhan just now was the boss of King's Landing. Hurry and guard the door. If the boss knew that I didn't even say a word to the boss of King's Landing when I met him, he would probably fire me right away. A real hero. It started as a 5th-level guild building. At this time, other guilds are still renting other people's inns as meeting halls. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 57. Close the door to the building and block out all the noise outside. Suchen began to do his own thing with peace of mind. That's the benefit of having private property in town. Put on the City Lord's secret order given by City Lord Shi. Check out the character attributes. The level of position, Dragon General has indeed become level 2. Cool. Level 2 Dragon Generals can recruit 100 Dragon Knights. Why not recruit them now, and then arrange for training at the War Academy in Jingtao City together? Suchen took out the recruiting horn given by the old man from Longjian village. Blow. Woohoo, woohoo. A low horn sounded. A golden portal suddenly appeared in front of you. Ding. Please determine the number of Dragon Knights you want to recruit. All summoned. Ding. 90 Dragon Knights have been successfully recruited for you. Currently, 100 Dragon Knights have been recruited. Daily gold coin consumption, 100. 90 young men in coarse linen clothes and holding wooden guns walked out of the golden portal. They all looked resolute. When they saw Suchen, they immediately knelt down and saluted. "See you, General." These 90 newly recruited Dragon Knights are all level 1 recruits. However, the attributes of the 10 level 10 Dragon Knights next to them are not much better. They must undergo professional training at the War College before they can truly use their 8-star qualifications. Potential. By the way, There are also 100 pieces of sophisticated equipment given by the dwarf prince, just in time to arm these guys. Suchen took the 100 dragon knights out and walked towards the Zhan Academy. Many players nearby wanted to rush over and talk to Suchen. He was immediately driven away by these hundreds of loyal dragon knights. The long journey came to the Zhan Academy in Jingtang City. The dean of the academy saw that these soldiers were all descendants of the real dragon knight survivors. He immediately clapped his hands to Suchen and said, "It is my honor to be able to train the strongest troops. I will give you a 50% discount on the training fee, which is 5 gold coins per person per day. What do you think?" Suchen waved his hand. "Money, the lack of money is not a problem, can it be accelerated?" The dean was stunned. "Accelerate? Accelerate the training time? Oh, yes. Double the speed and get 10 gold coins. Double acceleration, 20 gold coins. Triple acceleration, 50 gold coins. It can be accelerated 3 times at most, and not every unit can be accelerated 3 times. Some units with poor qualifications cannot tolerate even double the speed, and will lose more than they gain. However, your dragon cavalry is the top-ranked unit in the Divine Continent, and with 3 times the speed, there is no problem at all. As for the level difference between them, you won't be charged for this." Suchen handed over all the 100 dragon knights to the dean. "Then we will triple the speed and train for 2 days. What level can we roughly achieve?" The dean first took stock of the status of these dragon knights and then said thoughtfully, "Their qualifications are very good, but their physique is too poor. If they accelerate 3 times in 2 days, they can roughly reach 1% of the level of the dragon knights of the Great Yan Empire back then." "Only 1%? Suchen was stunned. "But think about it, a real dragon knight can compete with the gods and demons of the 6 realms. It can reach 1% in 2 days, which is very good." Suchen immediately paid 10,000 gold coins, called a carriage and left. "We can't do it without calling a carriage." Those consortium informants were simply persistent and followed them all the way. Suchen chose the carriage for the sake of cleanliness and convenience. All the way to the warehouse that the dwarf prince Balin said. "Open it with the key given by Balin." It was filled with full sets of armor. "It's a complete set." "Let me go." The 100 pieces of equipment Bahrain mentioned, turned out to be 100 sets. A complete set of armor, including helmet, breastplate, lower armor, combat boots, wrist armor and spear. "This brother is so awesome." Ding! You get 100 sets of sophisticated dwarf armor. Suchen casually checked one of the armors. Excellent dwarf breastplate. Grade, Gold. Occupational restrictions, shield fighting, mad fighting. Level requirements, level 10. Defense, 100. Additional attributes, life add 150, constitution add 10, strength add 10. I go. All are gold level armors. This great gift from the Balin brothers makes you look good. After getting the armor, Suchen went to Linhai Inn again. "We brought out 50 students from the Commercial Principality Women's Business School. Because from now on, they are all Suchen's personal slaves. These student girls, these future business managers are extremely fearful and obedient to Suchen. And because of their unique temperament, impressive faces and figures, there are so many of them. Immediately attract the attention of all players along the way. Return rate 100%. Wow! Is this a group road show by a women's guild? So eye-catching. Brother, I advise you to masturbate less often, your eyes will be dazzled, they are all NPCs, don't you see? Women's business school students. Or slave status. Hee, I like this. Pooh. Do you like it? You are greedy. Since they are all slaves, then Kuangzhan in front is their master. He can raise so many students by himself, even if he drinks nutritional express every day, he can't stop them. Those who suffer from drought will die from drought, and those who suffer from water logging will die from water logging. This world is so unfair. Due to the anti-contact mechanism of the opposite sex, the surrounding male players did not dare to get too close to Suchen. In this way, Suchen returned to the God of War guild building with a group of Ying Yan. He temporarily placed them here. And he himself, first built another commercial building opposite the guild building. Named Junlin Money Bank, Jingtao City Branch. It was directly upgraded to the highest level 5 commercial building. Then 2 business school students were arranged to take care of it. Business. Immediately afterwards, Suchen built their own commercial buildings in the other 35 free trade cities and arranged all the remaining students. At this point, the commercial layout of Junlin Money Bank was officially completed. Preliminary estimates are that Jian the business can bring him about 5 million new gold coins in income every day. Relying on these gold coin income, Suchen can integrate 500 million gold coins every day. This income is more than 10 times more than Jingtao City's annual tax revenue. Even if to build the top city, 500 million gold coins is enough to build 5. Looking at the increasing number of gold coins in his backpack, Suchen laughed. What is money? Money is the bastard. Ha 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 ha. After doing this, Suchen teleported to the Divine Power City closest to the Falcon Plateau. Then he rode the Black Dragon and held a small piece of broken eggshell in his hand. While sensing the location of the Earth Dragon's lair, he headed all the way to the hunting ground. The eagle flies over the plateau. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 58. Take advantage of the time while searching for the Earth Dragon's lair. Suchen took out 100 pieces of exquisite dwarf breastplate and 100 copies of basic resurrection technique and fused them. Ding. A single fusion requires a minimum of fusion points, 300 points. Your fusion points are insufficient, please add more. Suchen's previous fusion points were all used to fuse the dragon skeleton fragments. Now there are only a little more than 100 points left. Think about it. He clicked on the trading system. Directly start the crazy shopping mode. He has a lot of money anyway. Nature can be willful. Sweeping away tens of thousands of whiteboard outfits of all kinds along the way. Decompose to obtain 100,000 fusion points. Ding. Fusion successful. Congratulations on getting the gold equipment exquisite dwarf resurrection breastplate. Minimum fusion does not increase the level of the fused item. However, the dwarf breastplate, which originally only had 3 additional attributes, now has an additional resurrection attribute. You can be resurrected once a day with full health and full status. In this way, his 100-man dragon cavalry legion would have an extra life. There are still 70,000 fusion points left, and there are still more than 200 primary resurrection spells left. Let me fuse my ring of resurrection with a few more resurrection spells. Just do what comes to mind. Directly insert 99 copies of elementary resurrection technique. Ding. Deducting 29,700 fusion points, the fusion was successful. Congratulations on getting the golden equipment Ring of Immortality. Ring of the Immortal. Level, Gold. Occupational restrictions, Shield Fighter, Mad Warrior, Assassin, Archer. Level requirement, Level 10. Attack, 100. Additional attributes, Intelligence add 10, Constitution add 10, Resurrection, 100 full status resurrection opportunities per day. Description, Warrior equipment plus intelligence, actually adds resurrection attribute. And it has hundreds of resurrections. The person who created this equipment is either a madman or a pervert. Suchen's face turned a little dark when he saw the description of this ring. You are the one who is perverted, and your whole family is perverted. But after looking at the ring, Suchen happily put it on. Resurrection 100 times a day, who has more lives than me? Hey hey. Then. He took out 6 dwarf muskets given by the dwarf Prince Balin. It's time to integrate this thing. Ding. Deducting 6,000 fusion points, the fusion was successful. Congratulations on getting the dark gold equipment 6-barreled Gatling, unstable. Hearing the system prompt, Suchen was stunned for 3 seconds. What the hell? 6-barreled Gatling? Or dark gold level? System, are you sure you're not kidding me? Can something like Gatling appear in this magical world? Remembering Gatling's violent power. For a moment, Suchen's little heart couldn't help but beat faster. He quickly checked. 6-barreled Gatling, unstable. Grade, dark gold. Occupational restrictions, no limit. Level requirements, level 10. Attack, 100. Attack speed, 3,600 rounds/minute. Durability, 3,600. Additional attributes, hit at 100%, explosive impact, ultimate penetration. Description, this is an extremely crazy weapon. If a stable version can be produced, it will definitely rewrite the entire war history of the Divine Continent. What the hell? 3,600 rounds in 1 minute. 60 rounds in 1 second, which is a full 6,000 attack points. The durability is 3,600, which means that this weapon can burst out up to 360,000 attack damage points in 1 minute. Horrible. Violent. No wonder others say that under Gatling, all living beings are equal. If my Dragon Rider army is equipped with a stable and upgraded 6-barrel Gatling for each person. Even if the gods and demons of the 6 realms are now appearing in front of me, I dare to be tough. I'll find a chance later and try this abnormal weapon. Suchen held this Gatling with both hands, always feeling a sense of uncontrollable destruction. I want to hit anyone I see with it. Hold head high. Black Dragon G Mengli suddenly let out a dragon roar. Ding. You discovered a new map, Falcon Plateau. Add 1000 experience points. Suchen looked down. The originally flat grassland of the Riding Principality suddenly rose up into a huge plateau. Above the plateau, giant eagles circled from time to time. They flew for another half an hour. The eggshells in the backpack suddenly vibrated. Stand up. The Earth Dragon's lair is nearby. Suchen looked intently. Suddenly, a few hundred meters ahead, a raised limestone cave was discovered. At the entrance of the cave, there were actually thousands of players fighting with the giant eagles around them. The Principality of Cycling belongs to the Nordic service area. Thousands of players are also Nordic players. Dragon. There is a dragon in the sky. Damn it, I almost caught a giant eagle and used it as a mount, shit. Retreat first. Quick. Seeing a black dragon of unknown origin suddenly flying from the sky, the players yelled a few times and cautiously retreated into the cave. The closer Suchen got to the limestone cave, the more the eggshells in his backpack shook. It seems that the Earth Dragon's lair is hidden in this cave. Are these Nordic players trying to catch mounts? Or do you want to find the Earth Dragon's lair? Suchen landed on the ground. Because of Black Dragon G Mengli's power, the surrounding giant eagles dispersed one after another. Hello. Friends in front, stop immediately, this is the territory occupied by our Viking guild. Also, if you are willing to trade that black dragon, we are willing to offer you a price that satisfies you. Seeing Suchen gradually approaching the cave, the Viking guild players who retreated into the cave shouted to Suchen. They were also shocked and confused. They didn't know where Suchen came from, and he actually had a black dragon as a mount. Suchen just sneered, "Road. Get out of here quickly, I'm not very patient, I'll give you 30 seconds, start the countdown now." 30 seconds is exactly the time to cast the Return to City spell. Suchen felt that he was already very kind. It turns out to be a Z country guy. He has no ability, but his tone is very loud. One person told thousands of us to leave. This is the funniest joke I have heard this year. Hiding the game ID, hiding one's head and showing one's tail. Are all people in country Z like this? Tell us why you came here and hand over the black dragon, otherwise, don't blame us for being rude. What nonsense are you talking to him about? Just fuck him. Pay attention to control and stun people. Catch them alive. 30 seconds are up. Suchen grinned. Excitement gradually appeared in his eyes. Look. Raise the heavy weapon in your hand. 6 pitch black holes are pointed at these ignorant people who are unaware of the consequences. Namo Gatlin, the great mercy saves the world. Physical transcendence, free return to the city. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 59. Fuck. What did I see? God. Have times changed? The hundreds of warriors who took the lead in charging were so frightened that they turned over several times when they saw the Gatling in Suchen's hand. In a game world that uses magic and skills, they actually saw modern warfare. The heavy weapon that will appear, Gatling. Puff puff. Puff puff. Fiery fireworks spurt out from 6 rapidly rotating barrels. It makes a brisk and pleasant sound. The violent bullets fire at 3,600 rounds per minute. Speed, crazy pouring into these Nordic players. It's not that I want to kill you, it's just that my hands are too itchy and I can't help it. Suchen laughed and fired wildly. If you don't want to leave, just stay. Just in time, let's try the power of this new weapon. Puff. 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 Players who were hit by bullets, penetration, -72, immediately popped up above his head. Penetration, -83, the damage value. At the same time, it was affected by the explosive impact effect of the Gatling gun. The forward momentum was immediately repelled. These players were all level 10 or above. The blood volume was between 200 and 800. They were hit once. It doesn't matter. But if you are strafed, it will be game over. Ding. The player Viking has been killed by you. The clone Black Dragon G Mengli gains experience points *200. Ding. The player Viking First Mate has been killed by you. The clone Black Dragon G Mengli gains experience points *300. Ding. The player Viking Lookout has been killed by you. The clone Black Dragon G Mengli gained experience points *240. Because of Gatling's extremely powerful explosive and penetrating properties. Even the limestone caves that were swept away were hit with stone chips flying. In the cave, the players hiding outside were actually hit by bullets that penetrated the cave. The players inside were so scared that they screamed. Boss. Eat shit. Retreat. What did you say? Cannot hear. Boss. Times have changed. Run away now. The shooting was completed in 1 minute. The 3,600 points of durability were cleared. The 6-barreled Gatling in Suchen's hand was scattered into a pile of scrap metal. And the number of players killed by him reached a terrifying 672. Suchen was still unfulfilled. He kicked the Gatling scrap metal under his feet. Next time, be sure to ask the dwarf Prince Balinder for a dwarf musket. This thing is so exciting to shoot. Suchen glanced at the remaining players who were hiding in the cave and did not dare to poke their heads out. He nodded to G Mengli on the side. The latter's big ruby-like eyes showed a look of enthusiasm that could not be suppressed for a long time. With a crash, the black dragon recovered its true form, aimed at the entrance of the cave, and blasted out blazing dragon breath. 3 minutes later. Viking Guild. Thousands of people, all returned to the city for free. The equipment left on the ground was automatically attracted by G. Mengli, who had recovered her girl body. Master, Mengli wants to play with it too. G. Mengli picked up the scrap metal on the ground and looked at the owner with big eyes. Suchan imagined a delicate and beautiful girl, carrying a heavy gatling, standing on the hill, facing thousands of people below. Tens of thousands of players, shooting wildly and laughing. He shook his head quickly. The scene was so beautiful that he didn't dare to think about it anymore. He touched G. Mengli's little head and said, "Girls shouldn't play with such violent weapons. Be gentle." "Is it as gentle as the master just now?" G. Mengli pointed at the riddled limestone cave, tilted her little head and said. Suchan opened his mouth and could only nod his head against his will. G. Mengli showed an excited smile that Mengli will definitely be very, very gentle, he. Suchan sighed secretly in his heart. It seems that it is impossible to train this black dragon princess into a virtuous gentle girl. Entering the cave. The eggshell fragments in Suchan's backpack flew out automatically. Leading the two of them walked deeper into the cave. They walked for more than half an hour. The cave was unexpectedly deep. Some underground gnomes gradually appeared. Underground gnome. Level, 15. HP, 2500. Attack, 280. Defense, 70. Skill, sharp stone throwing. Unlike dwarves, these underground gnomes have low intelligence, cruel nature, and are no different from wild beasts. But because it uses some simple tools, the attack is relatively high. However, after Suchan equipped the Gushan Guardian necklace, his defense was already in the thousands. The underground dwarf's attacks couldn't break his defense at all. Killing all the way through, the experience value increased by more than 50,000. A bunch of level 15 whiteboard equipment were also harvested, all of which were broken down into fusion points. We walked for more than 10 minutes. An extremely fat underground dwarf king appeared in front of him. Underground dwarf king. Level 16, gold level boss. Life, 60,000. Attack, 500. Defense, 120. Skill, elemental flame, elemental suppression, elemental flame slash. Description: the underground dwarf king has become very powerful because he absorbed the elemental magic overflowing from the earth dragon's lair, and is good at elemental magic attacks. A golden boss actually appears here. Suchan was a little surprised. However, considering that there is probably an earth dragon nest buried behind the boss, it is reasonable for the golden boss to block it. Now directly activate Unparalleled Evil Madness, and use Beast King Strike to directly interrupt the skills of the underground dwarf king. Then start brushing like crazy. -1101. -1099. Critical hit, -3800. -1075. Critical hit, -5490. Even if the underground dwarf king's defense is as high as 120, Suchan can still deal thousands of attack damage. From time to time, there will be a double or even 5 times critical hit, and one hit can cut off a section of the boss's health bar. Next to her, G. Mengli was wearing a glittering instant strike glove and attacked the boss like crazy. Bang bang, bang bang, the sound of fists hitting flesh sounds extremely exciting. It can also deal thousands of damage every time. And because Suchan now has a high automatic blood recovery rate of 7%, after turning on Wushu and Evil Madness, his blood will only be reduced by 3% per second. And because of the 50% damage reduction characteristic of Gushan Guardian Necklace, the blood reduction rate is once again reduced to only 1.5% per second. This greatly enhances the duration of Suchan's madness. The two of them cooperated with each other and it only took less than half a minute. This gold level boss with 60,000 blood fell unwillingly. Ding. Congratulations on successfully killing Underground Dwarf King and gaining experience points * 60,000, level up experience bonus. Ding. You get gold coins * 30. Get the golden equipment elemental staff of the Dwarf King * 1. Rare advanced skill flame / *1. Ding. You get Earth Dragon Lair seal key * 1. Suchen's eyes lit up as he looked at a translucent key glowing with magic elements in his hand. The seal key to the Earth Dragon's lair. Can you use it to open the dusty Earth Dragon's lair? Online games, I really don't want to have unlimited fusion. Author, 7 years. Chapter 60. Suchen cannot use the gold level elemental staff of the Dwarf King. Naturally, save it for later integration. He focused on the rare advanced skill flame / he had obtained. Skill, flame / level, rare advanced, blue. Career restrictions, frantic fighting consumes 10 magic points, adds 150% flame damage to your attacks, and causes -20 HP per second to the target hit. Burning damage, lasting 10 seconds. Cooling time 10 seconds. Single target attack skills, flames with high additional damage, and burning, good advanced skills. Suchen made a brief comment. However, this skill is not of much help to Suchen. What he needs is a skill with super high critical hits or super wide range damage. Maybe I can combine this skill with my crazy dragon / Just do what comes to mind. Suchen activates infinite fusion. Ding. Deducting 1000 fusion points, the fusion was successful. Your epic skill Crazy Dragon / has been successfully integrated into the epic advanced skill Flaming Dragon / Blazing Dragon / Level, Epic Advanced, Purple. Career restrictions, Crazy Fighting consumes 10 points of magic, causing 150% of the damage in front and a fan-shaped area within 12 meters of the basic attack * 200%, and 150% of the damage. Fire damage, and cause burning damage of -50 HP per second to targets within the range, lasting 10 seconds. This skill can add special attack effects. Cooling time 10 seconds. Seeing the newly fused Blazing Dragon / Suchen's eyes lit up. The attack range has been expanded from 8 meters to 12 meters. The damage is also added with flame damage, and the burning decreases blood from 20 points per second to 50 points. Just burning can burn 500 points of the opponent's blood. This skill is awesome. It's indeed an advanced skill. After changing jobs, players can learn more powerful advanced skills. This Flame Dragon / is Suchen's first advanced skill, and it's not as powerful as expected. Let him down. It's time to open the Earth Dragon's lair. Suchen held the Earth Dragon lair seal key in his hand and squeezed it hard. Click. The translucent key immediately spewed out thousands of radiant lines of elements, scattered in all directions. Then a huge and complicated elemental array was quickly drawn in the cave. Rumble, rumble. The magic circle was activated, and the ground beneath Suchen's feet cracked open, revealing a bottomless ravine. Ji Mengli quickly transformed into the black dragon's true form and grabbed Suchen to prevent him from falling. The latter waved his hand to signal her not to be too nervous. The two of them descended slowly, descending more than 300 meters before reaching the bottom. What you see is elemental crystals all over the ground, as well as huge dragon eggs densely distributed all around. What the hell? Suchen looked at the colorful elemental crystals and couldn't help but marvel. Elemental crystals are extremely rare treasures. It is a key material for city construction, elemental defense towers, mage towers, or for making top-notch staff equipment. An elemental crystal cannot be bought without thousands of gold coins. Not to mention that this is the early stage of the game, and this kind of thing has no price at all. Click, click. Ji Mengli activated the greed skill. The surrounding element crystals immediately gathered towards her. Even the surrounding dragon eggs also gathered together. Ding. You get elemental crystal asterisk 1200. Ding. You get ancient earth dragon egg asterisk 200. Ding. You get ancient rare earth dragon egg asterisk 1. Ding. You get abandoned earth dragon lair asterisk 1. Ancient earth dragon egg. Grade, epic. Race, Yelong. Qualification, 7 stars. Description, due to the age, the vitality of dragon eggs has been greatly lost, and there is only a 1% chance of hatching an ordinary earth dragon mount. Ancient rare earth dragon egg. Grade, legendary race. Yelong clan. Qualification, 8 stars. Description, due to the passage of time, the vitality of dragon eggs has been greatly lost, and there is only a 1% chance of hatching an elite earth dragon mount. Only 1% chance of successful hatching. Suchen frowned slightly. According to this calculation, 200 earth dragon eggs can only successfully hatch 2 earth dragons. The probability is too low, let's fuse it first. Combining the earth dragon eggs in pairs, Suchen added 10 elemental crystals to each before starting the fusion. Since elemental crystals appear in the earth dragon's lair, it means that these elemental crystals must have a great role in promoting the growth of the earth dragon. Ding. Deduct the fusion points, 1000, and you get fresh earth dragon egg asterisk 1. Fresh earth dragon egg. Level, epic. Race, Yelong. Qualification, 7 stars. Description, the earth dragon egg that has just landed has a 50% chance of hatching a ordinary earth dragon mount. Increased from 1% to 50%. Suchen was overjoyed. Fuse all other ordinary earth dragon eggs. In this way, 200 ancient earth dragon eggs were all fused into 100 fresh earth dragon eggs. There are 200 elemental crystals left. Let's fuse the rare dragon egg first. This time Suchen put in 100 elemental crystals. Ding. Deduct the fusion points, 10,000, and you get fresh rare earth dragon egg asterisk 1. The hatching rate of rare earth dragon eggs has also been increased to 50%. 50% probability. Suchen thought for a while and decided not to hatch for the time being. He has 100 dragon knights and needs 100 earth dragon mounts. With a 50% probability, only about 50 earth dragons can be hatched. It's still far from Suchen's psychological expectations. First go to Broken Dream Island to retrieve the lucky gem. Lucky gems can increase the probability of success and even trigger rare lucky events. When I get the lucky gem and hatch these earth dragon eggs, maybe it will bring me a bigger surprise. Putting away the clone, Suchen activated the city return technique. He came to the nearest divine city. Divinity City is the main city of the Riding Principality, named after the world-famous Divinity Knight. Suchen saw the formation in the streets of the city, and it's not surprising that the Strike Knights have passed. What's strange is that some of the Strike Knights actually bear the player's ID number, which is strange. It seems that I still underestimated these players. Having infiltrated the Mighty Knights so early, the battle for the city founding order 2 days later seems to be more intense than I imagined. Suchen looked at the guilds of these players. Whip of God. It turns out that this guild was one of the top 10 super guilds in the previous life. No wonder it has the Mighty Knight now. After understanding, Suchen ignored it and teleported directly back to Jingtao City. After a short rest and replenishment, he stood directly on the teleportation array. Ding. Congratulations on successfully arriving at Broken Dream Island and gaining add 1000 experience points.